Hey guys, welcome back to the Dynamic Body Project. I'm Dr. Swearingen. Today we're going to continue with hip. In previous videos, we've addressed many different elements and ways to rehab the lower half of the body. We have our low back series, which addresses the musculature of the lower extremity, the pelvis, and the torso. We have our 90-90 videos, which is focused on the joint capsules of the hip, the anterior and posterior capsule. And then we also have the static hip project video. Today we're going to continue to build on this, but with a little more activation. We're trying to teach these tissues how to move at in range and how to increase what we call force capacity. They can withstand more force to the tissue to help prevent injuries in the future. Now, as always, before we get started, go see your primary care physician. Get the thumbs up that it's okay to do these things if you're having any complaints. Then we can jump in. We do need a couple of tools. We need a band, a belt, a tie, something a little thicker, a little heavier duty that doesn't have a lot of stretch. And then we also need to have something stable. I have this cool little stool here. If you don't have this at home, you can use the arm of a couch, a chair, just something that you can hold on to that's a little firmer. Let's jump right in. The very first exercise we're going to do today is called the kneeling single leg external rotations. Whenever we do our typical kneel position, we're in this setup. But tonight, I want you to go and sit down onto your heel. Okay, so I've created as much knee flexion as I can. My butt's on my actual heel. Now I'm going to take my leg and I'm going to kick it out beside me, perpendicular. Now as you can see here, I'm stacked over my shin, over my leg. We want to increase the tension through this medial compartment of the body, through these adductors. So I'm going to start walking away and create more tension through here. I put my hands on the ground, chest in a good neutral position, head in a neutral position, and we're going to externally rotate the toe. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, control it down. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and control it down. As we do this, we can work that leg farther and farther away. I don't have a whole lot to give as I reach out, but we will gain new range. Open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and control it down. We'll perform 10 repetitions on each leg, 5 seconds each repetition. Now, before I demonstrate the left side, this position here can be difficult at times. Not everybody has the ability to get their butt all the way back to their heels. This can create knee pain, hip pain, or foot pain. So if you are in this position here, on your toes, that's okay. If you have your foot flat, but we can't squat all the way back and your hands on the ground, again, that is okay. We will start developing more flexion through the knee and hip to allow us to sink back as we go. Don't force it. Remember, we never work through pinching, burning, pain, pins and needles. We don't like that. Left leg, again, we're going to stick it out as far as we can. I'm sitting on my leg. I've already created my slat, and I just open up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, control it down, and open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and control it down. 10 repetitions, 5 seconds each repetition. The next exercise we're going to perform is the sideline adductor liftoffs. Now, what we're trying to do is, again, target that medial compartment, the adductors. So we're going to lay on our side. You can use your arm to protect your head so you don't strain the neck. And we're going to make the bottom leg straight. My top leg is going to just step over and my hips are stacked. I don't want to be rolled back. Remember that wrought iron piece we talked about in previous videos. We have our hip driven into the ground and it's nailed there. From this position, foot can just be relaxed, hand can be relaxed, and we're going to lift off the leg. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, control it down. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and control it down. 10 repetitions, 5 seconds each repetition on the right leg. And then we just switch sides. Again, use the arm to protect the neck. We're going to make the bottom leg straight. Top leg comes over. Now, a common compensation that we will have with this exercise is people will begin internally rotating and reaching the toe up. We don't want to activate the internal rotators. We're isolating the adductors. So make sure that we keep that foot square or perpendicular with the ground, or excuse me, parallel with the ground. We lift off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, control it down. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, control it down. 10 reps, 5 seconds each repetition. Do it on both sides. The next exercise is called a Theraband hamstring proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation stretch. Say that 3 times fast. We call it PNF for short. What we're going to do is we're going to use an opposite or contralateral muscle group to help stretch the muscle group we want to actually lengthen. So we're trying to lengthen the hamstrings. We're going to use the quads, the quadriceps, to help lengthen that muscle. This is where the band or the belt comes in. We're going to take that band, create a little hole, and just bend it back over itself so now we have a loop. We're going to put it around our foot. It doesn't have to be pretty. I do like the knot to be on top of the foot. If we get it to the side, it'll start turning it at an angle. What we're going to do, we're going to lay face up. Now, the most important part of this exercise, we want to bend our knee and create as much hip flexion as we can. We're going to reach high up on the band and create as much knee extension as we can. Now, I am driving my heel up and back. I want to try and activate and lengthen these by squeezing my quads. So I'm doing a leg press to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off tension, I pull my knee as tight to my chest as I can. I create as much knee extension, kicking the foot back as I can, and I drive up again. Look how high my hands are on this band. And I drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Take the tension and drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Very difficult exercise. If we are getting this result, we're not getting the same type of pull through the hamstring. We want to max out the tension through here. We want to take all the slack out. So you see I'm not getting my knee extended very much at all once I take the slack out, and now I'm pushing. Activate the quads, lengthen the hamstrings. 10 reps, 5 seconds each repetition, and then switch sides. Just put the knot over, lock it in. Another important detail, we're not letting our off leg bend. We're going to keep that flat. Reach up as high as we can. Knee comes as close to the chest as possible. That's hip flexion. Foot extends as much as possible. That is knee extension. And then we drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hip flexion, knee extension. Take all the tension out and drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. 10 repetitions, 5 seconds each repetition. Very difficult exercise. The last drill today is going to be the same setup, but we need the stool now. We're going to wrap this around our foot, and we're going to lock it in. It doesn't have to be pretty, just get it tight. Now, we're going to go into our lunge position. This is called the Theraband Quadricep PNF stretch. We're going to take this band and we're going to pull it up over our shoulder. So I've lifted my leg off the ground. From this position, nice and proud, I've lunged forward to lengthen my quad right over here. I've taken all the slack out. And now I'm going to use my hamstrings and pull my heel to my butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. I pull up on the band to get more tension. I pull my heel to the butt again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And we just keep pulling that slack out. On the other leg. 10 reps, 5 seconds each rep. We lock it in. This one from the side. Go to base. Step out. pull it up over. Heels coming to the butt, I lunge. I'm going to pull that heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Pull that slack out. Squeeze those hamstrings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. More tension. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. 10 repetitions, 5 seconds each side. It is common for you to develop cramps specifically through the hamstrings. It doesn't mean you have a micronutrient deficiency. You're not short on calcium or magnesium or sodium or potassium. What we're seeing is these tissues aren't necessarily used to working at these ranges. And so whenever we tell them to turn on, the nervous system just bombards them with information to turn on, and we develop that cramp. We can also see that with the external rotations with the leg out to the side. Again, we're just not used to those positions. Work through the cramps. Obviously, if it's painful, back off. We do not want it to be painful. But cramps don't always feel good, but teaching these muscles how to control this neurologic response is key to helping us improve our athletic performance, preventing injuries, and just overall healthy joints. As always, my friends, like, share, subscribe, save our videos, tell all your friends about us. Until next time, have a good day.